problem we had last time, or it wasn't you guys, a problem I had last time, is that the blueprinting for stupid trigger boxes has to happen in the level blueprint. So if I crack this open, I have a very similar setup that we had before, where we have we want to set that we have the trigger box, and we want to set that to be overlapped so that when he walks into it. So what I can do, I guess I can delete all that. So let's just assume that you went in here, right, and you created a trigger box and you put it here. And there's our trigger box. So with that selected, I can go in here and then add an event. Sorry. With the trigger box selected, I can right click in the event graph for the world, for the level event graph, and add a trigger box. But I don't want to just add the trigger box for that. Remember this whole collision thing? Begin overlap. So we create that. And then I want to add the cinematic. So let me see. I have my cinematic here of the guy running. I want to make sure that's saved. And then I can select that cinematic, right click in here, and add event level sequence. Or I can create a reference for him running. Let's try this. I think that's just going to create another one of those. Yeah, we don't want to do it. So we need to get this thing going. So we would like this to play. So typing in, drag that out, type in play. And then we got to find the sequence. Sequence player. Play sequence. Oh, it's right there. Then you get this crazy thing. So we have, this is the cinematic, and this is the target, and this is the sequence player. And now we want to say when the actor overlaps it, right? It goes in, oops. Sorry, this one to this one. When this happens, then it plays this. What does it play? The sequence, blah, 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 blah. And now we compile that. And close that down. Go back here and play the game. Save all that. And if I go over here and trigger the box, my guy comes running at me. That's my cutscene. I should have placed him behind there. He's just in the level. He's just sitting there right now. So you see him. So if I go Alt Escape, and I can just move him way over here, I think. And then if I hit play, yes, save selected. He's not there. But then I get closer and, oh, there he is. He's coming after me. Although he ran by me. Okay. Neat, huh? That's how you put it. That's how you trigger your cutscene in a scene in 5. In 4, it's a little different. In 5, that's the way you do it. But it's pretty easy, right? You just have to remember that you need to go to the level blueprints, not the scene blueprints. Any questions on that? No, well, it just so happens that for audio, it is the exact same thing. So if you want your audio to be triggered by walking into it, then I can actually just branch off here and probably do it. Audio, and we need like an effect. No, audio. Actually, I'm going to bring in the audio separately. But first, I don't even have my audio in here. So Unreal for audio really only likes waves, and they can't. Hold on, huh? Um, so if I go in here and find my music, and I got this old man laugh thing here, and a couple of other ones, I can drag those in. I need the waves. Oh, here's a witch's laugh. And some music. And I think that'll be all. I could do the old man laugh too. We can decide which one we like better. Okay, now those need to be turned into sound cues. And I think you can do that by just dragging and dropping them in. So now if we were to play the game, this music, so actually and I'll post the video for this so you guys can get a better idea of it. So what I did is, this is called a 2D sound. So this will play throughout the level. Like you'll just hear it in the background, like music. So if you have titles going or something, or water running by, that works just great. If you need it to be directional, like you want it to be, I'm sorry, so that plays all like on in your speakers. If you want it to be locational, you have to double click on these things.
This is a reminder. Give Puka her medicine. This is a reminder.
And
give Puka her medicine.
Come in here, and they need to be changed to a cue. And what action? What was it? I don't know if you can hear it. It's really funny. All right. I forgot how to do this. I have to watch that video again. Oh, there. Create cue. There's a cue. I thought it was a button. So now I've got the audio cue in there, and that's directional. So if I was over here, you'd hear it behind you. So delete that out. And we can, that's the witch's laugh. Here is the, crap, where was it? I just found it. Edit, create cue. Great. So now we have our 3 cues. We have our audio. We have our 3 cues. And you can also, if I open up the cinematic, here's my cinematic. If you'd like this music to play in your cinematic, if I had a little more room here, close you up, I can add an audio track, and then I can just take my audio track and drop it in there, and then when this plays, the music plays. And so you can either do it so the trigger triggers the cue, audio cue. So if I go into, let's say I'll go into Witch's Laugh. Double click on that. There's Witch's Laugh. And now if we want to have this looping the whole time, you'd have to add a looping thing to it. So it'd go output to looping, and then looping to output, and then you put all the mixers, oscillating random sound class, like switch, wave, like all this stuff is here, and it's super easy to do. So now that Witch's Laugh is going to annoyingly loop forever, so I need to save that and close it down. So if I were to just take the Witch's Laugh and drop this out here, it would just keep going and going and going and going. Because in the blueprint we just made for it, it was done. All right, so there we go, over here, blueprint class. Sorry, open level blueprint. If you wanted to add it here, you just need to, now that they're in there, sorry. I'll do the old man laugh. Select audio. And it's none of those. So supposedly you select audio. Let's see, maybe I need to do this one, audio. Select that. Huh. Can I drag and drop it in there? And now the trigger will play the audio. And then you can actually have it loop to this. So now when we hit the trigger, it'll play the weird audio and the cinematic. I'll compile that. And save it. And if you remember, in the somatic, we have the background music. So I don't know if you guys can hear any of this, but let's give it a shot. See how much stuff works. I really hope that witch didn't get put in here somewhere because she's a really annoying voice. There's my character as we walk over here. And yes, everything is playing all at once. It's very fun. Cool. All right. So that's how to set up a trigger and how to use it for everything. So if you, let me get back to my cinematic. If you need to, oh, it's down below. I can't get it back out. Come on. If you need to, CMD, where did my cinematic go? It's like below the world here. All right, I'll get it later. Come on back out. Like I collapsed it too far. I collapsed it out of my world. If I go alt tab, can I get it? There it is. Huh, cool. All right. So you can also use this for opening doors and stuff. So if you want to trigger something, instead of having this guy running, right, you can just have the door slide from one side to the other, or something raise up. It's really good for that kind of stuff, rocks and triggers and things like that. So when you walk into a valley, it would like make something up rise up. I guess we could try that out. So just real quick, if I do this and then grab a cube, and we want to have the cube rise up out of the ground, add that as an actor to the sequence. So transform forward. So it won't do anything, and then it'll elevator us up. I want to make sure that save that. Close you down. Hit block all. Hit save. God knows what this is going to do. All right, here we go. Ready? By the way, with your cinematics, you want to make sure that they turn off when you're done. That you put an end thing on them. It's not in the cinematics. It's in the trigger thingy in the blueprints. So open our blueprint, play, and then we have to do sequence player, play this one. Come on. We want go to end at stop. So this means that when this is done playing, it will not play the stupid cinematic again. I know you have to tell it to do everything. So this is the trigger. This is the audio component that we added. This is the player. This is the sequence. This is the animation in the sequence, and this is the thing telling it to stop when it gets done. You could also I could have added one of these if I wanted it to be, so if I select the target, the trigger again, I can come in here and add that other box that we talked about. In case you want it to be open, I can add an event collision, add on actor end overlap. So now, if I wanted it to be, so when you walked in the box, nothing happened, but the second you left the box, this one, it would turn it on this way, trigger. Or you could hook this up like this, where this would go here, oops, and then this would end here. So now, if I leave the box, it'll end the cinematic. If I leave the box, it'll just go to the end and end. If I just let it play, it'll go to the end. So now it works both ways. Compile that up. Must have a connection. What did I disconnect? Oh, this. Get rid of that. I want the cinematic. This blueprint self is not a movie sequence player, therefore targets must have a connection. Oh. There you go. It didn't know what to stop. So now the animation is what we want to stop. Let's try compiling that. Hey, look, I'm so smart. And we'll save that. And off we go. All right. Let me know if you guys have any trouble with that.